Hello everyone, welcome to our guide ICS. As part of mains answer writing tips, today we will discuss about how to incorporate various diagrams, flowcharts, various diagrams, flowcharts, maps and graphs to improve the presentation of your answer. Next, what is the importance of diagrams? Drawing diagrams in your answer enhances your answer quality. The first and foremost point is diagrams improves the answer quality, and second one is it saves time in the examination. It is the most important advantage of drawing diagrams. It saves you more time in the examination. Breaks the monotony means you are simply writing answers in a pointed format or introduction, body, conclusion. It never draws the attraction, it never draws the attention of examiner. Try to incorporate diagrams in your answer. And fourth one is it helps to explain difficult concepts difficult concepts difficult concepts in a simpler format, in a simpler manner. And final one is it provides summary of information of your answer, summary of information of your answer. These are the advantages and importance of drawing diagrams in your answer. It improves the quality of answer, saves the time and breaks the monotony, and helps to explain the different concepts in a simple manner. And it also provides summary of information of your answer in your answer. Next, the first one is tables. tables tables it is mostly used in economic answers. It is mostly useful in economy answers. Tables are used to show the data and classification of data, helps to classify the data, and comparison between two sets of data. Tables are mostly used in economy answers. Instead of writing data like for 2025 the inflation is 4.3%, instead of writing, and in 2024 the inflation is around 5.3%, like this, instead of writing data, try to draw a table which includes year and inflation rate for 2023. This much inflation is there. For 2024 the inflation is like this, and 2025 the inflation is like this. You can draw the table instead of writing data. Generally it will fetch you more marks than others. And second one is flowcharts. flowcharts Flowcharts are heavily useful to show the process, to show the process and chronology of events. Chronology of events. This chronology of, like this, for first period of time this happened, and later this, and later, like this you can draw. Under this you can write two lines, and under this you can write two lines. This is chronology of events. And next, Try to explain the various steps involved in a process like this flowchart. Like, for example, in solid waste management, collection is the first process. Collection is the first step, and second step is transportation, and recycling, and final step is disposal. Like this you can draw flowcharts to explain the different difficult processes. And there is also another type of flowchart, that is cyclical flowchart. After this, cyclical flowchart cyclic flowchart, it is highly useful for explaining a persistent problem in the society, like poverty, unemployment, etc. And flowcharts are highly useful for difficult subjects like SNT, environment, environment, disaster management, and geography. Flowcharts are useful to explain, to show the process and chronology of events, and it helps to explain the difficult concepts in a simpler manner. Next one is pie charts. Pie charts. Pie charts is used to show different parts as proportion of whole. Different parts as proportion of whole. For example, there is a question about explain the economy of India. Explain about Indian economic profile. Try to draw a pie chart which shows X percentage is X percentage people is employed in primary sector, and Y percentage people is employed in secondary sector, and Z percentage population is employed in tertiary sector, or X percentage of contribution to the GDP from primary sector, or Y percentage is contributed to GDP from the secondary sector, and Z percentage of contribution is from tertiary sector. You have to present the information as a proportion. You can use pie charts. Is very useful in economy. Next, fourth one is graphs. Graphs and bar diagrams. Bar diagram. Graphs and bar diagrams is used to compare the data over periods and helps to analyze the trends, whether it is increasing or decreasing from previous year. For example, there is a question asked on unemployment rate. On x-axis you can take year, and y-axis unemployment rate. You can plot years, and in this year this much of unemployment is there, and in 2024 the unemployment rate is increasing, and 2025 the unemployment rate is decreasing. Like that you can draw a graph like this. It shows a trend. Initially the unemployment is raised, but gradually the unemployment rate is reduced in 2025. And at the same time you can also use bar diagrams. For example, it is asked to compare the fiscal deficit and revenue deficit for years 2024 and 25. You can simply draw this much of fiscal deficit, and this is the revenue deficit, and the fiscal deficit is this much, and the revenue deficit is this much. You have to clearly demarcate like this. This is a revenue deficit, and a normal one is a fiscal deficit, and you have to plot the values on y-axis 1, 2, 3, 4 as a percentage of GDP. Initially in 2024 the fiscal deficit is high and revenue deficit is low, but in 2025 the fiscal deficit is more and revenue deficit is also increasing. Compared to 2024 the revenue deficit is increased, compared to 2024 the fiscal deficit is decreased. Like this you can incorporate this is example, this is not exact data. Like this you can incorporate graphs and bar diagrams to show and compare the data, and helps to analyze the trends present in the data. Next one is maps. Maps helps to illustrate geographical concepts, spatial distributions and locations etc. While writing for UPSC, try to draw India map. For various answers you can use, for example, you can use maps in history as well. For example, there is a question about permanent settlement. You can simply draw the India map and show this in this region permanent settlement is implemented, and in this region Raitwari system is implemented, and in this region Mahalwari system is used. Like this you can use maps wherever you want to explain the geographical concepts or spatial distribution or location. For example, it is asked about drainage system. You have to draw various types of west flowing rivers are flowing in this way, and east flowing rivers are flowing in this way, and Brahmaputra is flowing like this, and Indus river is going like this. You have to draw the maps to explain the concepts. Maps helps to fetch half or one mark more than the other one. For example, if you are writing for APPSC, you also need to draw Andhra Pradesh map as well. You have to draw Andhra Pradesh map as well in your answers. For example, he is asking about physiographic features. Now you can explain the concept with the help of diagrams like this. Here Eastern Ghats are located. Between Eastern Ghats and Bay of Bengal, coastal plains are located. This is the coastal length, and here the Western Plateau is located. Instead of explaining a concept of writing only points, try to explain the concept by drawing the diagram. You can incorporate these maps in geography, disaster management, history, agriculture, economics and internal security. You can draw the maps wherever you required. It fetch you more marks than others. Next important concept is figures. This is also known as smart art techniques. Smart art techniques helps to explain various complex concepts or lengthy points in a simpler format. For example, you are you need to explain multiple dimensions or multiple factors, like for example suggest measures or solutions or challenges. You can draw a simple model, hub and spoke. Here you can use the heading of the topic and you can write the points like this, like this. You can draw hub and spoke to explain the multiple dimensions of your answer. And second one is cloud text topic, and you can generate points. You can generate points like this. And some other figures includes topic. Try to try to practice answers whenever you have a leisure time. It helps you to identify what type of diagram I need to draw in the examination well advanced. I'm just showing various types of diagrams you can draw for multiple dimensions. I am not explaining each and every point. It is a smart art techniques. Present your answer in a smart way than others. You have more points like this. You can draw diagram and write each and every points like this. Or otherwise you can use a rectangle like this. Point 1, second point, third point, fourth point, fifth point, and sixth point. You can draw this. And another example includes try to draw a half moon and write the heading of the topic. And first point, second point, fourth, sixth. And another way of addressing writing is like this: 1, 2, 3. This is smart art techniques where you can present your answer with a smart way than others. It gives examiner a visual presentation and helps to fetch a good marks. And some other examples includes geographical geometrical figures like hexagonal and octagonal to explain like this. You can explain different dimensions with the help of diagrams. It is hexagonal and it is octagonal. You can explain. And next, if you are presenting only four dimensions, then you can draw simply a rectangle or square and 1, 2, 3, 4 dimensions. And you can also draw this one also, 4 dimension circle topic. And another way is you have to select the diagram for your answer which is suitable. Depends on you for multiple dimensions what type of diagram I have to draw, and for 4 dimensions what type of diagram I have to draw. You have to decide. And three dimensions for 3 dimensions you can draw a triangle like this, or also you can draw in this way also. For last one, for 2 dimensions you can draw a table, or you can also use this type of presentation. For example, the topic, for example, pros, you have to keep heading, and cons, you have to keep heading, and you can list out the pros and cons on respective sites. And next one is pyramids pyramids to help the structure of on what side. It also helps to show the hierarchy. For example, on 73rd constitutional amendment acts, local bodies in rural areas, it is at village level, block level, and district level. Pyramids helps to show the hierarchy of events or hierarchy of concept. And triangle is used to show the concepts like bottom to up and top to bottom approach and similar concepts. You can draw a triangle for this. And final one is Venn diagram. Venn diagram. Venn diagram is used when multiple virtues or problems are intersecting. For example, two different concepts. For example, x is a different concept and y is a different concept. They have somewhat a 10% or 15% similarity. Then you can draw. For example, there is a question on sustainable development. You can draw these intersection. This is called sustainable development, where it is a social development, economic development, and environment sustainability. This is called sustainable development. Like this, you can incorporate various diagrams, which includes flowcharts, maps, graphs, and bar diagrams, figures for multiple dimensions, and 4 dimensions, 3 dimensions, and pyramids, triangles. Like that, you can incorporate various diagrams. This is all about how to use smart art techniques to fetch good marks over the others, or to get edge over other aspirants. Improving the presentation requires regular practice without fail. With regular practice, you can improve your answer very well. For more such videos, please subscribe to Everguide ICS and share with your friends who are preparing for competitive examinations. Follow our Instagram page, Everguide ICS. Thank you so much for watching this video.